And I just took a shower earlier. My face is very wind chapped. So, and I don't have any makeup on. So just overlook my redness. Maybe there's like a filter I can put on here. Makeup. Let's see what that does. Sometimes the makeup lens makes you look even worse for some reason. Okay, nothing's showing up. There's nothing under makeup. Here's a retro. Oh, no, that's even worse. That's even worse. We don't do thermal. Dance party. That ain't so bad. Or no, never mind. We're not doing a dance party. Okay, just let me get that off of that. Retro again. How do I just put it on nothing? Hello, how are you doing? That's something I've got to show y'all, by the way. That's my new baby y'all hear in the background. Oh, well, I don't have any makeup ones, so y'all are just going to have to look at my red face. It'll just have to be okay. I'm sure y'all don't mind. But I'm actually packing boxes. And these are for two of my friends that I'm doing just some Happy Mail. And so I'm going to do this kind of like a change and chat. But instead of changing a baby, I'm just packing a box. Or 2 boxes, actually. So like right now, I'm going through tons of pacifiers. Hi, Monique. How are you? So I'm going through that and I'm separating it out. I'm keeping some and I'm giving some as Happy Mail. That is a modified passy for somebody that I'm sure I don't have anymore. So I'm going to send that. They can use that with like a magnet or whatever. But anyway, they're going to be getting Happy Mail. I'm happy you caught me too. It was just an impromptu. This was going to be a pre-recorded video. And then I was like, you know what? I'll just go live and see if there's anybody on that can chat. But I'm packing up 2 boxes and I have a new baby that I want to show everyone. And it's not a reborn baby. I'm hanging in there, but I enjoy talking to you. Aw, well, thank you. I enjoy talking with you too. Yes, and why not? Exactly. You know, I was just like, what the heck? I'll just go live. Then I don't have to worry about editing and exporting and uploading and all that. I can just go live. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy it. There will be another live tonight at 7 Central. This is, like I said, just an impromptu live, so it doesn't have anything to do with the other live that I'm going to have tonight. Hi, Scarlett. Hi, Amy. So, like I said, I'm just packing a couple of love mail boxes, Happy Mail. It has many names. Oh, that one's so cute. But I'm separating out pacifiers. I'm actually going to keep this one for myself. You don't hardly see black pacifiers. I love that. Yes, it's at 7 Central. And so it'll be like the usual topics that we have. And thank you. Here's one that's got Paw Patrol on it. That's so cute. But I'm going through this stuff because, like I said, I'm packing boxes. But I'm not going to show everything because I don't want the friends that are getting the box to see everything that's in there. So, I mean, I'll be wrapping stuff up, but I'm not going to be like holding it up where it can be seen. And y'all, we finally got some warm weather yesterday. It got to 61 and most of the ice melted away. But see my face? I am so wind chapped. I think I'm allergic to cold weather. No kidding. I think I'm allergic to it. Don't understandable. What? Oh, let me get my new baby so I can show you. Come here, Dax. Come here. So this is my new baby. Oh, I mean, that's understandable. It's been so, like, we're not used to this here. I'm in Tennessee, so for there to be like, there's still like a big pile of icy snow that's up in the corner of my house that even yesterday when it got to 61, because the sun doesn't get in that part of the house very much, it's still out there. It didn't melt it. And it's like halfway up my house. That's how bad it got here. Yes, voice text. Mine says I say stuff all the time. I'll be like, that's not what I meant. And swipe too. Swipe does me the same way. It'll come across with some weird word, and I'm like, I didn't say that. Like, this woman sent me a friend request last night, and I messaged her back, and I said, and I was using the swipe. I just accepted your request, and my phone said Misty accepted your request, and I'm like, who the heck is Misty? Thank you. He is 8 weeks old. He's a miniature dachshund. He's black and tan, smooth haired. And his name is Dax. And we love him. And he's fitting in really nicely with the other babies. Come here, Mama. Here's Malila. She's my Dorky. She's a Dachshund Yorkie mix. And she's got a long body like a Dachshund, but she looks mostly like a Yorkie. So look how small he is compared to her. And she's little. Yeah, he's mini. He's a little mini Doxy. Yeah, so cute. He's got so many names. Like, his name is Dax DeChambeau. And DeChambeau is after my husband's favorite golfer. So he is Dax DeChambeau, Sir Dax-a-Lot, Daximus Prime, Dax Vader, Dax Shepard, Diamond Dax Page. If you're a wrestling fan, you know where that came from. Let's see, what are the other ones? Dax A-Chain, Dax Marino. If you're a Dolphins fan, you know where that came from. But anyway, he's playing, fitting in nicely. My Mastiff is in there doing what he normally does, which is just lay around. Thank you. But anyways, I'm going to get all this wrapped up, and I just wanted to talk to y'all, give y'all some updates about my toddler. There's only a few people, a very select few, that know what sculpt she is. And I don't mind saying she's a she. But I'm keeping her sculpt a secret just because I want everybody to be surprised when they see her. But she's coming along so nicely. She sent me some updates on her. She's being mono rooted, and she has a really big head. So, you know, mono rooting is one of those things that, especially on a big head, it takes a while. So, this baby that's coming to my channel, she is going to be such like a big part of my channel. Like, I kind of want to make her my channel mascot. And of course, there's going to be like all kinds of storylines with her and role plays and things like that. So I'm really excited about her. But she's got her swirl, and she's got all down the front here done and all on this side done. And then she's got from here back on this side done, and then some here. And now today she's bringing those two pieces together, and then she'll have to do the back. But of course, like when you're mono rooting, that takes a while. So I'm hoping she can come home maybe by the end of next week, because this is Tuesday. So I figure, you know, at the rate that she's going, because like I said, mono rooting takes a lot of time and skill. So it's something you can't rush. Thank you. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to show her to y'all. But I'm going to do, with my two friends that I'm doing these box packings for, I have a box here, and then I have another box over here. So they have toddlers too. I'm not going to say who it is because they'll share this on their channel. And so I don't want to like ruin it for them. And I'm also not going to be like showing everything up close. I'm just going to be wrapping it up while I'm talking. Kind of like a change in chat, but it's a wrap and chat, I guess. But these they've seen because I sent it to them. So I'm going to go ahead and show this. But all of our toddlers, the one that I'm getting and the two that they already have, or they have one each, they're going to have these matching outfits. So we'll be doing like a little triplet video. And, you know, maybe we can turn it into a collab with like tag questions that other people can participate in if they want to. But I just love this little outfit. This is not so cute. It's just a simple play outfit. So we have these navy blue leggings. And they're size 18 months. And so my baby has this too. But one each of their baby has this. And then this little simple shirt. I love this little like onesie style snap in the straddle shirt. It's got short sleeves with the little pleats, so that it makes it look more feminine and girly. And it's green, and then it has a little rainbow that's red, yellow, and pink with a blue heart in the middle. So I think the blue heart ties in really well with these pants, and it just looks good with that color green too. Yes, it's just a sweet, simple play outfit. It's Garanimals, y'all. Garanimals is stepping up their game. I don't know if y'all have been looking at Garanimals in your Walmart, but they have been stepping up their game when it comes to cute play clothes. So, each one of they're getting one of those a piece, and then tons of pacifiers and stuff like that. But y'all, I'm really excited because I want them. And when I say them, I mean her, my toddler. Talking like it's more than one. What did I do with the tape? It's kind of like Christmas, you know? You're like, what did I do with the scissors? What did I do with the tape? Where's the wrapping paper? Here's my stickers. Here's my ribbon. I brought a roll of tape in here, y'all, before I even started the video. I promise I did. Monique said, do you have a hard time finding shoes for your toddlers? Or I said the toddlers you used to have. Actually, I haven't had trouble finding shoes for my new toddler. Walmart had some really cute shoes that I picked up, and then I went to a consignment shop and I found like 2 really sweet pairs of shoes there. And then when I was going through my stuff, I found a pair of dressy shoes for her that should fit because they're a size 3. Y'all, really, what in the world did I do with that tape? I had some tape. Oh my goodness, and then give me that. I dropped some tissue paper in the floor, y'all, and Dax found it within seconds and started chewing on it. Isn't that just like a puppy? If it was something I wanted him to do, he would just sit there and look at me probably. Okay, did I cover it up? Yes, I did. I covered up the tape with pacifiers that I was going through. I was like, it was a lot of tape. What did I do with it? So these on this side are the ones that I'm going to be keeping. And then these over here, I'm just going to divide up. Yeah, Walmart. And also, look on Temu. Or Temu, however you want to say it. They have adorable shoes on there. Just make sure when you order, you make sure that if you're getting it for toddler, that it says for toddlers. Because I ordered a size 6 that I thought was toddler for one of my Masterpiece dolls that I used to have. And when it came in, it was size 6 in women's. So there was no way that was working for her. But they were cute shoes. They had butterflies on them. And I'm like, well, my foot's an 8, so I can't wear them. So I couldn't even like be like, oh, well, I'll just use them. And I'm just randomly picking these. So I don't know who's going to get what. Just going through. Let's see. just trying to make it look even. Like an even amount. Everybody always says I'm like Rain Man when it comes to like looking at things and evening it out. Like one time, I don't even know if she still makes YouTube videos, but there was a YouTuber that had a giveaway. And it was, so if you were to guess how many pacifiers was in the jar, and I guessed it exactly. She contacted me and she said, you got it right on the dot. You're the winner, you know. And the winner, she was giving out gift cards to, I think it was just like some kind of baby shop like Carter's or something. But anyway, the winner just got a gift card in the mail. And I'm like, yeah, that's a great idea. Because then all it costs for you to, I mean, mailing out a gift card is cheap. And if you mail out like a big box, of course, that costs you more. So that's kind of a cool thing to do. And I'm probably going to be doing that. It's purple, y'all. I'm probably going to be doing that here pretty soon. Like doing a little giveaway with like a gift card from like Carter's or H&M or something like that. I couldn't believe it when she messaged me. I was like, oh, wow, really? I can't believe it. But yeah, I had actually won, and I got the number exactly right. And the other day, my stepson and his significant other, you know, they came over and stayed a few days with us during the ice storm because they live in Mississippi. Look, we got a little castle. And so, they came over and stayed with us because parts of Mississippi actually lost power for a few days. Hi, Kat. And her oldest son had one of those little pop-it things. And so she asked, what does this say? I have no idea what that even says. So please speak in an understandable language because I don't know what that says. With, you know, hashtags and whatever. But anyways, he had one of those pop-its and it has the little things you push in. And so my stepson said, it was like a big one. It was like this long. He goes, I wonder how many of those are on there. And I looked at it. I said, about 200. And so they counted it and it was 201. Monique said, sorry, no, it wasn't from you. It was from someone else. Betsy Fernanda Marquez Marino. It's like a asterisk and it said that my hashtag. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. But my phone, I've got it set to where like if anything comes through that it thinks is inappropriate, it flags it and won't let it come through. So it's I don't know who that person is. So it's probably just somebody hopped on my live and wanted to say something inappropriate to be cute or something, and then it didn't get to go through. So because I've got my live set up like that on purpose. He has a bow now. Because I don't want anybody on my live singing that. Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, YouTube didn't like it because they flagged it, so. But, back to the shoes. Temu and Shein, or Shein, I've heard it pronounced both ways. They have some really cute shoes for really cheap, like even with the import taxes on there, it's still pretty cheap. So definitely worth getting. And some of the shop owners on Temu will say their price includes the import tax. So like there's nothing extra for you to pay. Yes, he's a weenie dog. He's a miniature dachshund. Hi, Anna Rita. How are you? But yeah, I'm just doing this box packing and just chatting. And I was like, you know, a chat's always better when there's other people to chat with. Yeah, Shein. I like Shein. They have a lot of nice stuff on there. I'll put that down so y'all can actually see what I'm doing. I gotta find my stickers again. I think I want to do one of these. We've got a unicorn. Let's put the unicorn. I've never ordered from there, but since you said to try them, oh, I order from them all the time. It's totally legit. Like, all those beautiful clothes and shoes that you saw my masterpiece dolls with, that's where all of it came from. Except for, like, maybe a few things that I found at, like, consignment or something like that. I am sending 2 of my friends some love mail. And so I'm kind of going through my stuff because I made this, I guess you could kind of call it a resolution. It's more like a goal, though, than a resolution, I guess you would say, that I want to accumulate less stuff. So when I get new babies coming in and I want new things for them, ow, my puppy just bit me. So there we go. So when I get more stuff coming in, which I am going to have, I want to have stuff going out. So I think I'm going to be doing some giveaways on my channel too with some of the stuff. And then sometimes I might do like just super cheap sales, like just put things up on my wall and have like a sale where you can get like the whole bundle, but have like a bundle of clothes and be like, tell you what size it is, and you can buy this bundle for $10 plus shipping, and I can ship it through Pirate Ship and send it pretty reasonably priced. All right, so I'm gonna get this all wrapped up, and I'm trying not to show the stuff because, like I said, I don't want my friends that are getting this, I don't want it to be spoiled for them. So I'm not gonna be like holding a bunch of stuff up and showing it, because once they get it and it goes to their channel, I'll share their videos and you can go and see what they got on their channel. And then, like I said, I also plan to do some like fun pop-up, like secret giveaways. So you never know. In some of my videos, you might be watching and then all of a sudden I might just pop in there with some kind of secret thing I want you to say in the comment in the video, so let me know that you've actually watched the video and that you saw the secret part, and I might give you like a choice of things that you can say in the comments. To let me know that you watched it and that you know that, and that's your way of participating in the giveaway. So I'll have like some phrases or something that people can say. And it's going to be a secret giveaway. So the title won't say giveaway on the video. So you just have to watch the video to know it. And I don't want it to just be one phrase. That's why I'm going to give out several phrases. Because if everybody's saying the same thing, then that's going to give it away too. Like, people are going to be like, well, for instance, if I said, this is a secret giveaway. If you want to participate in the giveaway, let me know what your favorite coffee is or whatever. And if everybody sees everybody talking about coffee, they're going to be like, why is everybody talking about coffee? And then they're going to know. So, like I said, I want people to actually watch the video and enjoy the content, you know, and participate in the giveaway. And I'll probably have more than one thing to give away too. Like, it probably just won't be one thing. Like, I'll have like an array of stuff, or maybe it'll even be surprises. And then when I actually get it ready, you know, to send out. Maybe I can do like a packing video with that and be like, these were from the secret giveaway or whatever. But yeah, I just want to bless the community. I want to bless my friends, you know, like all of you who are on here and you support me and you watch my videos and you're here whenever I put up a live or I put up a pre-recorded video or whatever. You know, it's just my way of saying thank you. But yeah, definitely Temu, Shein, they have adorable outfits. They have adorable little shoes, socks. Like, it's so hard to find cute little ruffle socks at like the store, just at Walmart or whatever. But you can go on Shein and Temu and find cute little ruffle socks of all colors all day long. And you can also find, cute little hair bows of all kinds, large group assortments as well. Like you can buy like a whole lot of them. Like it'll be like assorted 100 bows for $4. You know, you're not gonna get that anywhere else. I've got 100 bows for my little dorky in my cart right now. So when I place my order Thursday, I've got her a whole bunch of assorted bows coming in. And it's the kind that it's on a band because she's a dog, you know. It's easier for it to just be on the little thing that you put her ponytail in with. Because I fixed her a ponytail and I put a bow in it. And so, like, you know how dogs will, like, flop their ears or whatever? If she does that, the bow, like, flies off and goes across the floor and I have to go pick it up. So if the bow is already attached to the little band thing, it stays in their hair a lot better. And she looks really cute with a bow. Okay, which one do y'all want to go on this gift? So we have, you can put it in the comments. We have the carriage. We have the princess dress. We have a crown. We have a frog prince. We have a wand. Actually, I think the wand would go good with like the dress. Or you could do a combo of like the high heel and the wand or whatever. And then this is a castle tower. And this is just a crown. And then we have a bow. And then we have this little ribbon that says happily ever after. So tell me what you would like to see go on this gift. And I'm just going to leave it right there until all your answers come through. This still has the tags on it. My Masterpiece doll never even wore it. That's the thing. That is why I want to make sure that when I have new stuff coming in, that old stuff goes out, because I don't want it to be to where I have so much that I can't even use it all, you know. That kind of defeats the purpose of having it. But y'all, I'm so excited about my toddler girl coming, because like I said, I want her to be like, kind of like my channel mascot in a way, to where, you know, you've seen channels that have certain dolls, especially because I'm going to be doing role play and stuff. So you've seen like certain channels where, you see a doll and you know it's theirs. So that's what I want my toddler to be. I want it to be like when you see this baby, you think Penny's Doll Diaries. So like there's going to be like role playing with her. There's going to be outings with her. Like she's going to have like all these special things. Like there's going to be like toys that just belong to her that I'm going to get, and just special videos that will go along with her, like as she is here, so that it seems like she's growing and changing, you know what I mean? So yeah, I just want to make it fun, interesting. You know, I want to make the hobby fun for me. I want to make it fun for y'all. I want y'all to enjoy coming to my channel. You know, I don't want you to come to my channel and be like, well, she's going to do a changing video today, because that's what she always does. I want to mix it up and keep it fresh and have fun with it. And so if it's fun for me and it's fun for y'all, then I have accomplished my goal. And yeah, I'm just, like I said, when I got those progress pictures on her, I'm like, oh my gosh, she's almost done. Like, I mean, she's on the home stretch now, you know. So, and she said that she had ordered her some sweet little things that had come in, and Brandon's is her artist. And so, and that's Stellan's artist. And she told me that she ordered some things, and I know, and she makes things too. She like crochets and sews and stuff. And she made such cute stuff to send with Stellan, so I know she's going to make some things to send with her. And yeah, it does get overwhelming when it gets to just be so much, and you don't even know what you have, you know, and you can't enjoy it that way. And a hobby is for you to enjoy, and if you have so much that you can't enjoy it, it's defeating the purpose of having the hobby. So anybody have any suggestions? I didn't even look. The one with the shoe, said Monique. Okay, so we're going to put the wand and the shoe on this one. What do y'all want on this next one? So the wand and the shoe is already used up, so we still have the dress. We have the castle tower. We have the little carriage. The bippity boppity boo carriage is what I call it. And then I need to do the ribbon for this one. Put the dress on the next one. Okay. Maybe the dress and the princess crown, because there's like a queen crown and then there's like a princess crown. Well, actually, there's two princess crowns. Okay, we'll do the dress on the next one with a crown. We'll add the crown in with that. One of the crowns. Okay. So that, here's this. Oh, I didn't even, did I show it to y'all? I don't think I did. But there's the shoe with the wand. Turned out cute. Yeah, I just want to have fun with her. I have my babies planned out. Me too, Monique. I love girly stuff like this. I just love it. Like a lot of people these days, they're like, oh, that's stereotyping. And I'm like, no, it's not if you like it. There's nothing wrong with being girly. There's nothing wrong with being not girly if you're not girly. All right, so there's that. We have the dress with the crown. And I think I want to add a heart over here. This little heart set. These are hard to get off. There we go. That kind of balanced it out. But I have my babies planned out all the way through 2027. So, that's a little ridiculous, huh? But, I mean, I want to stick to it, you know? It's like, so many times I have said that, that I wanted to do this or do that, and then I wouldn't stick with it, and I wouldn't do it, and I would veer off and do something totally different. And so, like, part of what I wanted to do this year is the opposite of that. I wanted to stick to it. I've lost 33 pounds so far this year because, you know, I'm sticking to what I'm doing, and I'm making it realistic, you know. I don't have to eat healthy all the time because you're not going to go the rest of your life and never have a treat. And so I'm just trying to follow that 90-10 rule. Every once in a while, I'm going to have a treat, but most of the time, I'm going to do well. And it's paying off. Like I said, I've lost 33 pounds so far since November. I went through and cleaned out my nursery, and I shared that video where I did the nursery tour. I mean, I cleaned out so much stuff, got rid of so much stuff, donated, did this, did that, you know. And so, you know, I really want to stick to that, you know, of not letting it pile back up when I get tired of looking at something. Because, you know, like our dolls, they don't outgrow their clothes. So after we put it on them a few times, we get tired of looking at it. So let somebody else enjoy it, and then you can have the joy of getting something new. And then either you sell what you've got, or do giveaways for your channel, or, you know, Happy Mail for friends or whatever. And then you bless other people with stuff that they think is pretty. And so it's new to them because, you know, you've had it, but they have it. And so I just think it's fun to do it that way. And then you can bring new stuff in and you have room for it. You're not like trying to figure out where you're going to put stuff. Well, it said your nursery is so beautiful. And I love that when you had your top bigger girl toddler, you made her bed out of something you had that was in the house. I can't remember what it was. Yes, I had okay, yeah, carriage. When you put the carriage on here with the castle, the little castle tower, I think that'll look cute together. But yes, I had, when we moved in here, there was like tons of plastic stools. I don't know why there were so many plastic stools, but there were. I think they were using them for like plants and stuff, but they were just white plastic stools. And then there was an air mattress that was brand new in the box, that was in the closet. And so I got the air mattress, made it up, found a little sheet set at Goodwill. But the sheet set and the blanket and everything, all of it had come from Goodwill. Yeah, that looks pretty. And so that's going in there. And then, so now that's all of that box. Now I have to do what's in the other box. Okay. Making sure I had the right box. I was like, I got to remember whose box is who, because there's like certain things for certain dolls that each one of these people have. So I had to make sure that I have the boxes, because I thought the other one was the other person's. And then I looked in there and I was like, yep, that's right. That does look pretty. And I love secondhand store. You can find brand new things. Yeah, I found lots of clothes and stuff that still had tags on them. Or I would find like little items that still had tags. Like my little grandbaby, he loves tumblers, loves them. And he's always wanted to try to drink out of one of mine. And of course they're huge compared to him. He's 18 months old. And so I found a brand new, it was a silicone tumbler with a top and a straw and everything. Still had the store tag on it, was still in the store. You know how they put like a little box thing around the little cardboard? It still had that on it. And I got that for him for $2. Well, the other day I went into Walmart and there those same tumblers were for $7. So I just got it for $2, brand new. And because it was in a consignment shop, like the box was a little bit like crumpled or something, where you could tell it like been stored somewhere or something. And he loves it. Like when I gave him that tumbler, you'd have thought I gave him a pot of gold. He loves it. And every time he comes over, he's got to have his little tumbler. He loves having his juice in his tumbler. And so I find stuff like that all the time. But yeah, just cleaning stuff out just makes you feel so much better. And then when, you know, you do like a giveaway or you sell it at a good price or whatever, then you bless that person too. you know. So I like doing that. Okay, so now we have the little frog prints. And I do have another card of that. And I have some butterflies. My grandbaby did pull some of the butterflies off. That's why they're not all there. I didn't know he was into my stickers, and I turned around and he had like 3 or 4 butterflies. One was stuck like behind his ear, and it was in his hair. And there was like 2 or 3 on his shirt, and like 1 over here on his neck. I was like, ah, wait a minute. I'm supposed to be using that for Happy Mail. But he got some of them, so I do too. I think I'm going to add a butterfly on here with this little crown prints. This little frog prints. Oh, these are so hard to get off. These, it's not like regular paper stickers. It's like clear vinyl looking stuff. And it is so hard to peel away. Let's put a butterfly. See, these are paper stickers, so these are going to come off a lot better. And the other ones are like this clear vinyl looking stuff. All right, so there's that. I do the scratch and sniff stickers. I remember those. I could remember scratching and sniffing stuff that didn't have a scent because I thought it was going to have a scent. When I was a kid, I'd be very disappointed. I'd be like, oh, it doesn't smell like watermelon or whatever it was a picture of. Yeah, I'm super excited. I'm so happy to have all the plans that I have and have the dolls planned out that I have planned out. They need to bring that back. I agree. Bring it back. Bring it back like we're bringing role play back. That's why I did it to the Fireball song, because there's a part in there where it says, we're bringing it back. So I put it on that part. So I'm like, we're bringing back role play. I think for so long that role play got such a bad rap. And now, role play is what started this hobby. You know. And then there was like a period of time where there was, it wasn't just outsiders, there was a lot of collectors that were very anti-roleplay. And they made people feel bad for doing roleplay. They made people feel bad for doing outing videos and all that kind of stuff. And I'm just like, yo, that's why the hobby is even here. Like, that's how people even found out about this hobby. A lot of people. That's how I found out about it. If there hadn't have been channels on YouTube that were doing role plays and outings and all that for me to search for and find, I wouldn't have gotten into this hobby. What does this say? While watching you will help me to address my baby a little more. Oh, well, good. I don't know why it, I hit show, so I don't know why it held that for review. I'm going to put this queen crown on here. Maybe we'll do that with a butterfly. So she can be a butterfly queen, maybe. Do that like that. I'm a collector and I do paint. I mean dress. Yeah, we can just be doing stuff together. It's fun. Just doing hobby things together as friends and chatting. We have like 3 other people on here, but nobody's talking but us. But yeah, y'all feel free to, chime in and say whatever you like. Why does it keep holding messages for review? I would love that. See, why was that message held for review? Just you saying I would love that. That makes no sense. Monique, would you like to be a moderator? I'm going to add you as a moderator. There you go. Now, anytime you come to one of my lives, you can help moderate. But yeah, as I said, I have my dolls planned out through 2027. Now, I'm not going to be so strict on myself that if I happen to see a doll and I just go, like, a sculpt comes out that I didn't know was going to come out or whatever, because obviously this is 2026. Another sculpt could come out in 2027 that I wasn't aware of. And I could just fall in love with it and be like, okay, I want to add that in with my collection. So I'm not going to be so strict that I'm like, nope, I got to stick to my plans. I only can have those. But the plans are to keep me on track so that I don't derail and just buy everything. Because I want to buy dolls for my collection that I know I'm going to enjoy. And also all of my dolls, like I'm going to start doing a little journal. Because, I am Penny's Doll Diaries after all. So, like, once a month, I think I'm going to do, like, a little diary session where I decorate, like, have new stickers and little flaps and all that, and make, like, little sections for a doll or videos that I have made that month or whatever. And then I think it'll be fun to do that. But I want to keep like a journal on all of my babies that I'm adding. And, I will be adding some child-sized dolls as well. So it's just going to be like a fun dynamic on my channel. There's going to be so much cute, fun things. Because I want to keep it interesting. I want to keep it fun. And like I said, I want it to be where, like, when you come to my channel, it's not going to just be like, well, there's another changing video, or there's and that's fine if you like to do changing videos. I'm not, dissing anyone if that's all you ever do. But I'm just saying, like, for me personally, like, I want to keep it to where, it's something different. And I have been doing more role play videos. Because I didn't do some for a while. And then my friends were getting asked by other people, like, why hasn't Penny done any roleplay videos? I miss her roleplay videos. And, like, they were telling me what people were saying. And I was like, oh, well, I'm going to start doing some more. So I did. And I've been enjoying that. So I've been coming up with little scenarios of things to do with that. I have an outing I'm going to do with Stellan. So I have that planned out. It's like a specific place that I'm going to go. I tied that kind of loose, so I'm going to tape it in the back so that the ribbon doesn't come off. So we have the little castle and the banner that says Happily Ever After. Kat says, the tallest reborn I have is 26 inches. What is the tallest reborn you've personally owned? That would have been Nicole by Natalie Blick, and she was 40 inches, or was she 39? She was 39 or 40. And that's also the tallest Masterpiece doll that I had. I didn't have one any taller than 40 inches. But that is a goal that I have. I'm going to surpass that with a child-sized doll that I have planned. She is going to be bigger than 40 inches. So I'm excited about that. stepping outside that box. But you know, like I said, I have them all planned out. And I put a lot of thought into it, and that's how I know I'm going to enjoy it, because a lot of times, and that's another thing I noticed, and that's why I'm being more careful about what I choose. A lot of times I would see things and I would get it on a whim, and then once I got it, I'd be like, I don't really like this, you know, but I thought I would, so I grabbed it up because I saw it somewhere else, and then it wasn't really for me. Oh yeah, definitely fun to dress, fun accessories. Like, get ready with my toddler. That's coming. There's going to be lots of like daycare type stuff. Just things like that. Like, it's just going to be so fun. Like, I have it all planned out. And I'm going to be doing some spontaneous stuff too, but I just have so many ideas. Like, I just sat down one night, like once I realized that I was getting her and what I wanted her to be for my channel, like the gears just started turning in my mind. And I started like writing down all these ideas of things I wanted to do. And I have things planned out with her for like every season of 2026. And like I said, that doesn't mean that I'm only going to do what I have written in the plans, but I'm definitely going to do what I have written in the plans. And so anything else that comes along that's a surprise is just a bonus. Oh, thank you. Monique says she sounds beautiful already and she's not even here yet. Oh my gosh, she is. Like, I'm getting the cutest progress pictures of her. And I mean, when y'all see her, y'all are going to know, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I've seen this toddler so many times. But she's kind of making a comeback. Like, she's an older sculpt that's kind of making a comeback. And I'll just leave it at that. And Tanya just sent me a message. Poor Tanya, she hadn't been feeling well. She's been dealing with a real bad headache all day. I told her my trick that I use. Nope, not Sandy. She is cute, though. Sandy is really cute. I like Sandy. At one time, I wanted Sandy twins. I even had names picked out. I was going to name them, what was I going to name them? Bella and Brenna. Nope, not Tobiah. Like I said, once you see her, you're going to be like, oh, you know. All right, so we have that. A little dress with a princess crown. Nope, not telling. It's going to be a secret. You haven't guessed it, though, but if you did guess it, I would still be like, no. But, yeah, it's going to be a surprise, but at the same time when you see her. And I'm going to do her box opening live. So that's how I want to do all my box openings from now on. And I shared this in a pre-recorded video. I was talking about it. But the reason I want to do live box openings, thank you. The reason I want to do live box openings is because I would be so hyper-focused. And I'm doing this for myself, but also I think it would be fun sharing like we're doing right now. We're like, you're actually there and you're seeing me open the doll in real time, so you're seeing everything like I'm seeing it and as I'm seeing it. And so that's how I want to do all of my new baby box openings, just so I can share it live. Well, for those reasons I just mentioned, plus I would be so hyper-focused when I would get the doll on making the video perfect with the perfect sounds, the perfect songs added in, the perfect scene cuts, and, you know, and just I would be so excited on that, that the first day I got my doll, I hardly even like spent any time looking at the doll or enjoying the doll because I was busy editing. And then like people would actually message and be like, "You got your box opening up yet?" And not that it's their fault. They were just wanting to see. Like they'd be like, "Oh, have you got it up?" Well, but in my mind, that was like, "Oh my gosh, I gotta hurry up because they're waiting to see this, and I gotta put this out there." So I feel like by doing my new baby box openings live, that takes the pressure off of me to get that out there. And then I can focus on the things that I want to do with the doll. Like I want to do that first night home. I want to bring back all those old school fun things that people used to do. I want to do the first night home, the first day home. I want to have that role play and things included in that. And so I feel like, to me, that's the best way to do it. Yeah, it does. Especially when if you're hyper focused on it like I would be. Because, I just wanted everything to be just right. Like, oh my gosh, I've got to have, it would take me hours to get it the way I wanted it to be. And meanwhile, my new doll that I just got would just be sitting there with me not enjoying it because I was too busy trying to edit the box opening and make it perfect. So I'm not worrying so much on curated perfection, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I want to rely more on raw perfection, if that makes sense. All right, so then we have the unicorn and the tower. And I didn't realize how much was in this box. This box has a little bit more than the other box, and it's not because one person is more important. It's just because I had more stuff that would fit dolls they had than the other person. Because I had given away so much of the other stuff already. Like it was pretty slim pickings. Because I took huge sacks, y'all. Huge sacks of clothes that I didn't even open. I didn't even look in. Makes perfect sense. Well, thank you, Kate, or Kat. I'm glad it makes sense. Like, I wanted it to be, like I said, I wanted to just be raw perfection and not curated perfection, and not to the point where I'm so fixated on worrying about how the video is going to turn out that, like I said, my doll's just sitting there and I'm not even getting to enjoy it. But like I said, I have my plans, and I'm gonna stick to the plans, but I'm not gonna be so strict about it. What are you here, Malila? I'm not gonna be so strict about it that I just deny myself another doll, just because a new sculpt or something comes out. Because you know how it is, man. Just all of a sudden, here comes this sculpt that'll pop up there from Subsculptor, and you're like, oh my gosh, I've got to have it. So I mean, if it's something that I really look at and it just, the sculpt really speaks to me, then I will, try to find a way to add it in. And of course, there's always what you have the money for too, of course. And that's also another reason why I want to plan ahead with what sculpts and stuff I'm going to get. Because, like, Irresistibles and all them, they do layaways. So, like, I can plan ahead and be like, okay, I'm going to put these 4 kits on layaway. And I can pay over I think they do 3 months or whatever. And then I can pay on them, and then I've got those, and then boom, all I got to do is send them to my artist. And then I can reborn them as I get the money for her services, you know. So I just think it'll be fun to do it that way. And then you never know, like I might hop on reborns.com and see a reborn that's already completed. And if I had the money, once again, if I had the money for it, I could get it. Hi, Tanya. Are you feeling better? Hi, Nikki. How are you? And are you feeling better? Because I know that you hadn't been feeling well either. 2 of my sisses have not been feeling well. Look, we have that. And that's it. I'm literally getting down to the last little bit. I've already been on here. I've been wrapping stuff for an hour. Well, I did show my puppy too for a few minutes. A little bit. Okay. Well, that's better than not feeling better at all. Monique says it's probably the weather. Yeah, like everybody you look at seems to have like headaches or, you know, feeling sick to their stomach or something. Like there's just, let's see if I can make this. And there's an odd shape of this paper left. So I'm just going to wrap it. There we go. That works. Migraine, yeah. I love wrapping gifts, y'all. Just doing like little cutesy things like this just makes my day. I'm that person that will order stuff from, like, you know how you can order stuff from Etsy or whatever, and it'll say, would you like this gift wrapped? I'll click yes. Even though I'm buying it for myself because I like the, you know, the experience of opening a gift. And there's nothing wrong with that if you want to do that. It's perfectly okay. Get the gift wrap so that you can unwrap a gift. I don't know how to get wrapped. Well, it'll be like, if you order something, it'll say, like, there'll be like an option you can check. It'll say, would you like this gift wrapped? And you can click yes or no. Amazon does that too on some of their stuff. Oh, gift wrap. I'm on live, my honey, so if you walk through here, just let you know. My husband just got up. He's got an overnight to do tonight. So when he has to drive all night, well, not all night, but he has to drive a lot of the night, then he sleeps during the day because it's kind of like when he leaves out, it's kind of like he has a second and third shift job because it'll be like part of second shift and part of third shift he has to drive. Yeah, I didn't want you to come running through here in your boxers.
We got that right down to that truck today, didn't we?
You did.
And it's 75 degrees outside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I wonder if all the ice melted in the corner. I hadn't been out there in a little bit. It was still out there earlier.
Yeah.
Literally halfway up the house. Tanya said, geez. If these extended warranty don't, leave me alone. I know. They want you to buy all these warranties and then I don't even buy that. You know how you can get like 2-year service plans and stuff? I don't even get them because they're so strict about how they pay out. It's like you pay the money for nothing. we had a couch one time that we bought the plan for. It was when Big Lots was still in business, and ours went out of business. I don't know about anybody else's. But we bought the 2-year service plan, and then something happened that a hole got in the couch. And so I called them and told them how it happened. And they said, oh, we don't cover that. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't cover it? Isn't that what an extended service plan is for? I mean, we didn't do it on purpose, but it was because of the way it happened. Like, I forgot what it was now. It was like a knife. A knife was in somebody's pocket. Pocket knife came out and it like stuck a hole. And then I tried to like turn that in. And then they said that they didn't cover that because they only covered wear and tear, like from people just sitting on it. They didn't cover if a knife accidentally stabbed it. And I'm just like, okay. So yeah, I don't bother getting those extended warranty things like that because they'll just take your money and then they'll come up with a reason why they can't fix whatever problem you have. All right, so all this is going in. It looks so pretty. So my friends are going to get their pretty stuff. And like I said, I'm going to be doing some secret giveaways on my channel. So be looking for that. Because I love doing stuff like that. It's fun. Right, Monique. What's the use? I mean, they say 2-year coverage plan or whatever. And then they say, oh, they only cover wear and tear. Well, if you have a certain like quality to your stuff, then you know it's not going to have wear and tear damage within 2 years. So what is it covering if it's not covering something accidental like that happening? Yes, Kat, I'm going to be doing a secret giveaway. Actually, it's going to be more than one. I want this to be an ongoing thing on my channel. Like, I want to have secret giveaways, and it's not going to be in the title, money, exactly, Monique. They just want to take your money. That's a scam. Very much a scam. It's just a way to scam people and get by with it legally. But I just want to do the secret giveaways, and like it won't be in the title or anything, but somewhere in a video, like I'll give you a cue and be like, okay, this is a secret giveaway video. So if you want to enter the giveaway, then I'll give you some phrases to say. Like I was just using an example with earlier before you got on here, I think it was, where I was saying that if you had like maybe I might say, if you want to enter the giveaway, let me know what your favorite flavor of coffee from Starbucks is, or tell me what's your favorite flower or something, you know, like, and pick a different one. That way there'll be like several things that people can say so that there's not a whole bunch of the same thing in the comments, where if someone were to come on there, they'd be like, why is everybody talking about coffee? You know, they would kind of catch on, you know, like that. So anyways. That's that box done. So those 2 boxes are done for the Happy Mail. And I'm going to get Dax one more time. He's laying on my foot. Come here, Dax. Everybody wants to see you again. So here's Dax again. Come here, Malila. Everybody wants to see you too. Come on. I have to pick Malila up too. Come here. Oh. She's a lot heavier than Dax. There's my babies. And then my big baby's in there in the kitchen with his daddy. Thank you, sis. Auntie Nikki says she loves you, Dax. He's so cute. Thank you. Auntie Monique said you're gorgeous too, Malila. She's a dorky, so she's part Dachshund and part Yorkie. And She's got a long body like the dachshund, but she's got long legs and like her face and stuff looks like a Yorkie. And she's also got wiry hair because her dad was a wire hair dachshund. And she's got silver in her hair, not because she's old, but because Yorkies a lot of times will get silver in their hair. She's only 3. But on top of her head is silver, and she looks like, what's his name from the Gremlins? Is it Spike? Is it Spike, my honey?
I think so.
Yeah, I think it's Spike, the one that has this, I guess because he's got spiky hair. But anyway, a lot of people says that she looks like him. Especially when it's sticking up, because sometimes the silver part will be sticking straight up. He's such a sweet boy. And they've been really accepting of him. Like I said earlier, Malala will not let Dax snuggle with her when it's bedtime. He has to snuggle with me. She will not snuggle with him. Zeke just lets him do whatever. Zeke was letting him literally walk on him yesterday. Zeke was laying on the floor and Dax wanted him to play. So he was like jumping all around Zeke's face, and Zeke was just laying there like, oh, can I just rest? I'm an old man. Because Zeke is 11 years old. He's really old for a Mastiff. He's outlived the Mastiff lifespan. So the vet's like, he's writing his own book, you know. Did they offer other breeds besides? No, they're strictly dachshunds. They're called Dixieland dachshunds. So yeah, that's all they breed is dachshunds. But yeah, we were going to get a rescue. And it was really sad because they denied us strictly based on the fact, and I mean, we spoil our pets, but they denied us strictly on the fact that we had Zeke, our big dog. And the president, and it's All American Dachshunds Rescue, that's the one that we were trying to get. This sweet little, she was also black and tan like him, and she was blind with a club foot. Well, I didn't even know that when I first started looking at her picture. And then when I looked at her info, I saw that and I was like, that's fine, So I still put in for her. I sent an email that didn't get answered, and then I called. And so I started talking to the lady. She came across so rude. Oh my goodness, this one was so rude. I feel so sorry for all the dogs that are in that rescue, because this lady, her name is Diane, she is detrimental to this shelter. As soon as I told her that we had our big dog, she just starts, all she would have had to have said to be professional would be, I'm sorry, but we're not wanting to consider homes with big dogs. And I would have been disappointed, but at least I would have been talked to like a person, like a human being with dignity. Instead, she starts going, no big dogs, no homes with big dogs. And I'm just like, okay. And I was just thrown back because that's exactly how she was talking to me. I am not exaggerating this one bit. And so I try to say, I'm trying to explain, he's been raised from a puppy with small dogs. So he's very careful around small dogs. And she said, you do know she's blind, right? And I'm like, yeah, I read that information. He would terrorize her. And I'm like, what? Why would you think I would apply to adopt a small dog if I thought my Mastiff was going to be terrorizing the dog? You know what I mean? Like, who would do that? No, she has no manners whatsoever. Well, I found out some information. This particular rescue gets funds because they're a certain type of rescue, and it's got letters behind it. I can't remember the letters. But the more dogs they have in their system, in their rescue, the more funds they get. So when I go and look, because I left them a bad review, and when I go and look on their reviews, there's just review after review after review of people being treated the same way I was. People having similar stories, not in the exact same way, but this same woman was yelling at them and talking cruelly to them, or they would get denied for stupid reasons on why they couldn't get a puppy. or not just a puppy, because it's dogs of all ages through the rescue. And so they ended up, when I left my review, it dropped their review down, their number down to 2.6. Like, that's how many bad reviews was already there before I even put mine up. And when I put my review up the next day, they took the reviews, like, now you can't read the reviews, or I don't know, you may can now, but they were stopping people from, like, they paused their reviews or something because their number was getting really low and it was so many bad reviews. But there was reviews on there of people that were saying, oh, they're wonderful, we love what this rescue does for these dachshunds. And these were the people that had got approved. But let me tell you what their stipulations were. You couldn't be under 30. And if you were over the age of 30, you couldn't have kids under the age of 8. And if you didn't have kids but planned to have kids later, you couldn't adopt. You could only adopt if you had kids or grandkids. So if you're a grandparent, so we didn't have kids that lived at home, but because I have toddler grandkids, even if I hadn't had Zeke, they still would have disqualified me. Like, they're trying to look for these impossible adopters for these dogs, and it made no sense to me. I'm like, you're looking for a unicorn adoptive parent for these dogs, for dogs that need homes. And when you get a dog from a shelter, you not only save the dog that you get, you save 2 dogs. You save the one you get and the one you make room for. And so it makes no sense for them to want to hold on to all these dogs. And then you go to their Facebook page and they're like, foster homes wanted. You know how badly I wanted to comment on there and say, well, you wouldn't need foster homes if you would adopt some dogs out. But I didn't, because they would probably just block me anyway, because they don't like it when you call them out on their BS. But like I said, I got to checking around and I found out that they're covered under a certain grant. And so they get more grant money the more dogs they have in the rescue. So now it makes sense to me why they are so particular and they hold on to all these dogs, because, allegedly, of course, I'm not accusing anybody and 100% saying that's what's happening, but that's how it appears. Wouldn't you think? If you have all these dogs and you got people applying and you're turning down person after person after person, people who have had dachshunds in the past get turned down. I've had dachshunds in the past. I got turned down strictly because of Zeke, my dog, who literally lays down on the floor and lets my 2 little dogs walk all over him. And he'll lay down to play with them because he knows he's so much bigger. And he'll lay down and let the 2 little dogs play, and he'll just like mouth at them and take his paw and like play with them. I mean, he is such a gentle giant. And for her to like literally yell at me and say that he would terrorize this dog, I mean, I'm just like, So anyway, that lady, I don't know, like I said, she's very detrimental to the dogs and that shelter's name. So if they know what is good for them, they'll get that lady out of there, because she's the president of the place. Like, why would a president of a rescue behave in such a way? And why hasn't, is there not like a board or something, you know what I mean, where they could be like, we need to vote this woman out? There needs to be, if not, because no one person needs to be in charge of something like that, especially when grant money is involved. And that's my opinion, and my opinion only. I don't know. She's the president, so I don't know who would be over her. It is out of this world. Like I said, if you look up the rescue's name on Google, you'll see like their you can still see the number. It'll say 2.6 rating, and that's out of 5. But you can no longer read the reviews, or I couldn't the other day, because after I left mine, I was gonna show the reviews to a friend of mine, and I went on there to look at it. I'm like, you can't read the reviews anymore. There was just testimony after testimony after testimony of people who had there was just testimony after testimony of people saying that she had just talked to them awful or denied them for stupid reasons, and all that. Exactly. It's like she doesn't have anybody to answer to, so she just does whatever she wants apparently. But the dogs are the ones that suffer because they could have full-time homes right now, but instead they're in foster homes. Make that make sense? If you're not profiting in some way off of keeping those dogs there, make it make sense otherwise. Allegedly. But anyways, I just wanted to talk with y'all for a little bit. Like I said, originally it was going to be a pre-recorded video, and I'm like, why not just have a chat video where I can actually chat with people? And I wanted to show y'all Dax because he's such a sweetheart. Yeah, no compassion, no empathy. Nikki said she would love to have another Morkie. They're so sweet. I think I'm caught up on everything. But anyway, as you can see, look how he's very comfy in his new home. Cat Boss said, master dog trainer of 25 years, people in rescues can be very crazy. I'm learning that. I've always wondered why rescues were always so full and they were always looking for volunteers, and now I see why. Because you've got dogs that need homes and you won't give them one. And the stipulations, you can't be under the age of 30. And if you have children, they can't be under the age of 8. And if you don't have children and you plan to have children, you can't adopt one of our dogs. There's so many. The list of why you can't adopt one of their dogs is absolutely ridiculous. Yes, that in itself. I'm like, how is that not discrimination? But it's not. It is not considered discrimination because the only thing that is that would be considered discrimination under is like anything to do with the government, like the Fair Housing Act. Like a landlord can't tell you, I'm not renting to you because you have a kid under the age of 8. But when it comes to things like dog rescues and stuff, they don't fall under that. So you can't get them for age discrimination or familial discrimination like you can if it were, say, a landlord or something like that. Yeah, they should want people to adopt them. Private foster programs for kids are too. They're like that too. Wow. Although they can't say for those reasons because that's a government entity. They can be in trouble for discrimination. But when it comes to like the dog rescues and stuff, they don't fall under that category, and that's why they can get by with it. Because believe you me, I looked into it. Nikki said, I had a bad experience 2 years ago while fostering a dog. I had to get PETA involved. The rescues are very unprofessional. Wow. I think I remember that. Remember you telling me about that. I think I saw that dog there one time when I came to visit. Tanya said, I've adopted 3 children and was denied years ago because we had toys on our porch. My kids were 6 and 7. We had a farmhouse with a great play porch. That's crazy. So they don't want you to have toys for your kids? We're sorry, you can't adopt any of our kids because you bought the kids you currently have toys. That's stupid. How dare you buy toys for your children to play with? It does sound stupid. It makes no sense. But anyway, we have this sweet baby now. And I mean, he's not a rescue. He come from a breeder. But it was like once we got denied that, we were just so... oh, Sherry just sent a message and asked was we home. But once we got denied we were already we want a new puppy mode, so we just made it happen. And we found this little sweetheart and drove 4 hours to get him and 4 hours back, 8-hour drive. Saying I was worth it. Every bit of it. He's a sweet boy. But anyways, I'm going to get off here now. I just wanted to chat with you guys, and it made the box packing so much more fun when I was able to chat with everybody. And the guy weighs about 400 pounds and said my step banister was too loose. I mean, it probably was after he got done with it, if he, leaning on it. Thank you, Monique. I mean, I'm a hefty girl. Somebody else could grab a hold of something that's a lot thinner than me, and it's, of course, going to support them. But if I go grab a hold of it and lean on it or whatever, it might give with me because I'm a lot heavier, That doesn't make sense. Right? It's not made to lay on. It's to hold on to while you walk up the steps. You're not going to slide down it. Right. It's just like, it's all these. And I like the way you use the word excuses and not reasons, because it's not reasons, it's excuses. There's a difference between an excuse and a reason. But anyway, I'm going to get off of here. I'll let you get one little close-up look of Dax before we go. Say bye, everybody. Say, I'm so sleepy. Say, I was just trying to take a nap. He should be sleepy. He keeps me up all night. I have to get up like 3 times a night with him. It's like having a newborn baby. But he's so worth it. I have to get him on my sleeping pattern. Because right now, I think he's got his days and nights mixed up. Like a baby. Thanks, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Bye.